Hey, Matthew, on the sack you took in the fourth quarter that led to the long Prater field goal, I think there's kind of a debate there on whether to take the sack and let the clock keep running or to throw it away and live for another down. What was going through your mind in that moment? And, is that something you'd maybe do differently given the opportunity to do it again?
Yeah, I probably could have thrown it away. I think it would have made the field goal easier. All we have probably get another 5 yards on the next play, and we're in better range for him. So, yeah, I definitely wish I would have thrown that one away.
Matthew, it's not all on DeAndre, of course, but your reaction after that ball slipped out of his hands, seemingly thought you had it. What did you say to him afterwards, and how quickly do you think he'll be able to turn the page?
I think he'll turn the page, man. There's so many plays in this game that caused it to go, the way that it went. That's one of them. There's plays we all wish we'd have back. Shoot, I can't turn the ball over in the fourth quarter. There's no question about that. So it's on everybody. We're all there to pick them up and go from there.
We gave it away. It was things that we did individually that we didn't capitalize on. The third and one, I didn't capitalize on. My first big run, if I press the safety and cross his face to the right, it's 7 points instead of 7 for a field goal. And it's a different game when, the ball get batted and they get the interception and go in and score. It's a tie ball game, So it's little things like that we have to be critical about that kind of get forgotten. You only remember what happened towards the end of the game, And defensively, there's things that they can clean up and they're going to clean up as well, So, that's really what it's all about, and that's the energy that I felt because guys are able to, they know, we're into the game. We see different opportunities that were missed on offense, special teams, and defense. And so it was positive vibes. Swift, of course, he was over in his locker. Guys were talking to him, telling him to keep his head up. And, he's pretty upset right now. And, I'm glad that he is, because now he's going to, it's all about how he's going to respond to it, realize what you could do better and move forward. We got a long season ahead.
Appreciate that. The other thing I wanted to ask you about was just your day. How did you feel out there? I mean, you've been here a week, got quite a bit of work and ran, had a nice day rushing. How did you feel in the offense and just to be out there?
I felt good in the offense. Just getting out there with some live action against an incredible defense. Let's not take anything away from those guys. And I felt like the offensive line did a great job of front protecting Stafford and opening up some lanes for us as a running back group. Personally, I feel like there's some things that I left on the field. And, that all comes with me watching and being critical on myself and seeing how I can be better. Like I kind of explained earlier, I cut to the right, that's 7 points instead of 3. It's a totally different game. So there's some things that I need to clean up and we need to clean up as an offense and just keep this thing rolling because we definitely have the ability to be very special this year.
Hey, Danny, this game seemed eerily similar to last year's loss in Arizona. Can you just kind of comment on the disappointment of it and also reflect on perhaps how it got away when you guys had such a large lead and you had been through this before?
We tied that game in Arizona, but yeah, it feels similar to that. We were up trying to make plays, trying to run some clock out, move the chains, and play good football. It goes to show how close every game here in the NFL is, and one mistake here, one mistake there is costly, and we just got to buckle down, play consistent. It was a close game. We feel like we can obviously do some things better. It was good to get out there. It's good to run around, get tackled for the first time in 7 months. So we're all eager to get out there again. We all have a burning desire to get to work this week already, and we're going to keep our head down, keep pushing, keep fighting, and try to have a little different outcome next week.
How much the injuries you guys suffered in the secondary, especially at corner, even with Okuda being out before the game, how much did that affect y'all in the fourth quarter?
It did. At the end of the day, it's next man up. It's the National Football League. They were dealing with injuries. We were dealing with injuries. That's what happened. Everybody has a job. There's no letdown when, somebody gets hurt. We expect to continue to perform at a high level, and we didn't do that in the fourth quarter.
I was just curious if there's been a lot of talk about dagger time on offense. I'm wondering how much of that mentality kind of filters over to the defense and for you guys to, get the stops when you guys have a large lead. How much is that something you guys have talked about, and how disappointing is it that they really came back on you today?
It's extremely disappointing. Obviously being up 20-6. But at the end of the day, like, it comes down, we just didn't finish. We got to finish. We talk about being a good football team. And if you don't finish, it doesn't matter. I mean, injuries, none of that matters. Scheme, none of that matters. I mean, at the end of the day, we got to finish. We got to go out there. We got to play good defense, and we got to give the offense the ball back. And we didn't do that, but we will be better because I believe in the team. I believe in the coaching staff. I believe in what we do. I believe in the process that we take. Obviously, it didn't end it the way that we wanted to, but we know what we need to do to fix it, and we will fix it.
What did you guys do well in that first half? It seemed like you had them kind of in the box where you wanted them to be in the first couple of quarters.
The one thing I think we did well was in the red zone. Obviously, they had just came away with 6 points, so the red zone defense and obviously getting off the field on third down, it was pretty good, and so we should have did a better job stopping the run, definitely.
Okay, Trey, we all know in this league, if you let this loss linger, you lose twice. You're a captain now. How do you get this locker room to move forward and move past this one and make sure they focus on the next opponent? How long can this one stay with you before you got to shift gears?
Not shift gears immediately as far as mentally. You got to tell yourself throughout this week that you don't want this feeling ever again. So with that comes great focus and fundamentals, great focus in all the little things, the details. Everything matters. So, in order for us to, not let this linger, we have to put that toward the motivation as far as focus, as far as filling the tank back up, prepare more, take it up another notch. So as far as the attitude and the mindset, you have to have that mindset in every little thing you do when it comes to focusing on the fundamentals and focusing on all the details. That's the mental part as far as winning. But when it comes to just playing the game and coming to the game, it becomes a habit when you detailed and the fundamentals are on point, and you go out there and just play. So.